I've got a story here, and we appreciate the call. We'll get to this, but thank you. Of ICE picking up a kid, an autistic kid, and holding him for 50 days, and nobody knew where he was. Do we have that clip? What is that? I mean, this is the idea that they're doing anything other than essentially trying to get rid of immigrants. And they're just, I mean, that's where they're starting, right? Because now they're going after refugees in this country, perhaps the most vetted of all people in the country. They're going after green card holders. They're going after people who are here legally. They're immigrants, but they're here legally. They're not citizens, but they're here legally, and they're just deporting them because they're not citizens. They're, what is, I got this story here. There's a story here of, let's play this clip.
We begin with a reunion between mother and son more than a month in the making. The pair were reunited last night outside the federal detention center where the 15-year-old was being held. Fox 26's Angie Rodriguez breaks down what was said at the reunion.
This all started back in October when Emmanuel was reported missing by his mom after he disappeared in Spring Branch. We know Houston police retrieved the teen, calling ICE to see where he should be placed after HPD said Emmanuel Gonzalez Garcia claimed to be from another country. He was subsequently placed into the Office of Refugee Resettlement, where he's been for the past 48 days. That is, until last night.
Nada, me sentía mal.
See?
This
is 15-year-old Emmanuel Gonzalez Garcia telling Fox 26 how he felt bad about being held by ORR, constantly asking after phone calls to his mom Maria when he might be released. Just 48 days ago, Emmanuel was reported missing, found by HPD, and transferred into ORR custody.
Public that believe in the mom, that a mom should be with.
Friday night, he was released back to his family. Emmanuel's mother, Maria Garcia, says she couldn't believe it. She called her mother, her family, everyone she knew to let them know the news. But she also spoke out against Houston police, claiming she felt failed by the department, calling to other mothers in the community to not be afraid to speak up when it comes to their children. We reached out to the Office of Refugee Resettlement to see if they had any statement in regard to Emmanuel's story. They said they don't comment on specific cases.
This is not an administration that cares about
protecting children
by any stretch of the imagination.
Almost like this is not the administration that cares about law and order as they break every law. You know, almost as if this administration is not the one that cares about, I mean, a lot of the things that they say, they'll just basically say that we're going to bring prices down. No, it's really about enriching the people at the very top. They will project and say exactly the opposite of what they're going to do in order to say anything to cover up the true intentions of the fascist regime.
Here is a perfect example. A British woman detained by ICE agents. She turned up at the ICE services offices in San Diego to finalize paperwork to secure her permanent residency. So she's here legally. She was put in cuffs, scroll down. She was stunned as she was taken away from her shocked American husband and newborn baby. She apparently had overstayed her visa, but insisted, she was told by her immigration lawyers, that this is commonly forgiven when filing for a spousal green card. And the fact is, it's not a crime. I'll just reiterate this from an immigration attorney. It is not a crime. Overstaying a visa does not disqualify you from a green card. So she was eligible for a green card. She was literally going into the office and pulled her away from her 6-month-old baby. It's nuts.
Yeah, and the number one, accusation is a confession thing too, is about protecting children. I we have no idea. We will not know for years if there have how many copycats in terms of these ICE Gestapo people have gone around the country and abused people and kids with masks on their face because we have legalized the idea of this Gestapo going around without any identification in unmarked cars and stealing people off the streets because they are a part of a class of people in this country that doesn't have full rights, and it's being exploited by this administration. Because these fascists, they need a marginalized other to distract from what they're doing to the rest of the country. And they have picked immigrants here. And communities are standing up, but my God, especially I worry about these kids. We've seen many videos. There was that 15 or 14 or 16-year-old girl who was being manhandled by ICE like that. The people who operate in this way go after you if you're weakest, and they're predators. And so that's why they're going to be targeting kids increasingly, I would imagine.
20 to 30,000 kids staying home from school in Charlotte because they don't want to be terrorized by ICE. That's even kids that, come from documented families but are worried about being profiled.
For weeks, all we've heard is how Trump's big, beautiful bill will cut Medicaid. But almost no one's reporting on a buried provision that would make Trump untouchable. Go to ground.news/majority to see how this bill would block judges from enforcing court orders unless you, the citizen, post a bond first. Highly credible sources warn most people can't actually afford to do this, and that's pretty obvious. So if this bill passes and Trump violates the law, it wouldn't even matter, and nobody even knows, which means the GOP's flood the zone strategy is working. And it's why I think Ground News is the best tool to expose these blind spots before it's too late. My partners built the only app and website pulling in news from across the globe, then breaking down each source's bias, credibility, and the news the right tries to bury. And considering most people take the first article they see online as fact, their browser extension is essential. What it does is it flags the source's bias and links other credible reports to verify the information. Ground News is a better version of how we're already staying informed. So I got you 40% off the same unlimited access Vantage plan that I've been using. That's just $5 a month when you go to ground.news/majority, scan my QR code, or redeem the code majority if you're using the app. With at least another 4 years of this, they're counting on you to be distracted. This app is how you stay focused. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.